people of the Imperial City, welcome to the arena!
Hello and welcome back. In today's video, we'll be exploring the full story of Oblivion's blood-soaked arena, encompassing its questline, as the player can aspire to glory by winning the crowd's favour, rising through the ranks as a gladiator, as well as the arena's in-game history, combatants, spectators, cut content, and every bit of interesting and obscure lore worth mentioning in between.
Good people, we have a winner!
As many fans are aware, the concept of arena-based combat is indelibly intertwined with the Elder Scrolls series' humble beginnings. As the Elder Scrolls I Arena started, as the name might suggest, as a medieval-style gladiator game. You had a team of fighters and went around the world fighting other teams in each city's arena until you became the grand champion in the Imperial City. During the events of the fourth Elder Scrolls game in the series, Oblivion, there is only one arena in Cyrodiil, although the remains of another can be found in Kvatch, though this wasn't always the case. In the 8th episode of Bethesda's podcast celebrating the 5th anniversary of Oblivion, it was confirmed by writer Emil Pagliarulo that there was originally to be an arena in every city, but the feature involved too much dialogue and could not fit on the game disc. Removing the other arenas meant about 800 lines of dialogue could also be removed. As such, amphitheatres can be seen in early concept art of all cities, as well as the Bruma Arena can be seen in the 2005 trailer for Oblivion, and the Cheydinhal Arena can be briefly seen in the making of Oblivion. Now, apologies, I know that I'm romancing this preamble before heading to the Imperial City's arena, but there will be timestamps to skip ahead to the quest. However, there's so many fascinating, unseen pieces of content I believe is worth exploring, such as an entire host of NPCs you may recognise that still exist in the final game that were meant to be visitors to the multiple cut arenas, and so I thought we'd enjoy a few choice pieces of cut dialogue, such as Gwynnis, a wood elf noble residing at the Tiber Septim Hotel in the Imperial Plaza district, was meant to visit the Coral Arena and possess an unused line as an arena spectator.
Why do I come to the arena? Honestly, I love the way the combatants move. It's like an erotic dance. The bodies, the sweat,
Broch Callis, an Imperial commoner and resident alchemist trainer you may have glimpsed poking around Bruma, was meant to spend the majority of his day at the removed Bruma Arena. Unused rumours speak of this passion of his.
He loves the place. I've also heard he's quite an accomplished alchemist.
He must really know all the fighters by now, and from what I've heard, he knows a good bit about alchemy as well.
His main AI package, which keeps him in his house for most of the day, is named Trainer Bruma Arena Daily Spectator 9x12. This means that he was supposed to be there for 12 hours of the day, rather than just inside his house. Graglak Gro Buglump is an orc rogue and permanent resident at the Westweald Inn in Skingrad, although ostensibly he seems little more than to add to the decoration of the town, as he has no particular greeting, but is more than willing to tell you about the city of Skingrad.
What do people do here? In town, shopkeepers, smiths, priests, the usual. Fighters and Mages Guild. The rest are farmers or herders. Wines are a Skingrad specialty, and the Surly and Tamika vineyards are famous all over Cyrodiil.
However, Graglak, like several former arena gatekeepers, has an unused rumour about him from when he was in charge of the removed Skingrad Arena.
I wouldn't mind making a few bets, but I'm not sure about Graglak. He seems a bit slick to me.
There are also lines about Jabari, the former Khajiit gatekeeper, and supposed dog lover from Owyn, but these arena/dog rumours can still be heard in the final game, despite the arena being removed and no dogs being near his residence.
He's a bit crazy for dogs, from what I hear. He pays bets on time, though.
He pays his debts, but his love of dogs is just odd. I've heard he leaves meat in his backyard to attract them.
Some clown keeps tossing meat out in my backyard, and it attracts dogs from Necrom to Daggerfall.
although some characters still retain rumours about their aspirations to join the infamous arena, such as in Cheydinhal, you may come across Naspia Cosma, an Imperial Knight who works as the steward of Castle Cheydinhal. She's also a basic trainer in Blade.
How goes it?
Her superior blade skills are known all over Cheydinhal, as is her desire to leave the tedious castle life behind and start a new and more exciting life as a combatant in the arena. When you meet her for the first time, she will introduce herself and her services.
I am Naspia Cosma, Cheydinhal's steward. I offer introductory training with blades and may condescend to accept you as a student.
And when you ask her about Cheydinhal, she will admit to being drawn to a different way of life.
To be frank, I prefer a career in the arena to this paper pusher's position. Goodbye.
The Cheydinhal citizens are puzzled by Naspia and her wasted blade skill.
Naspia Cosma is really skilled with her blade. It's a shame she doesn't compete in the arena.
They will also speculate as to why Naspia stays in the castle.
I've heard that she's always wanted to compete, but her parents are against it.
Furthermore, to add more depth and intrigue to the arena, as a final point before heading to see the Colosseum in person in the Imperial City, you may encounter several past members of the arena peppered throughout Cyrodiil. Some are members of the arena champion faction, while the membership of others is only referenced to in dialogue. And it should be noted, Oblivion's writers have made pains to show that, somewhat tragically or humorously, depending on your perspective, like real life, reintegration into civil society is much easier for some famed combatants outside of the arena than others.
Friends, we have a winner!
These members include Jean-Pierre Lemons, champion. Jean-Pierre is a Breton sharpshooter who is a permanent resident at Silverhome on the Water in Breville, and one of only 3 NPCs in the game's internal factions to be flagged as an arena champion. The only scant clue to his efficacy with a bow, and perhaps the way that he brings in money for meals, being every Sundays he goes hunting for deers between Breville and the flooded mine with fellow archery enthusiast Dainlin, who owns the Archer's Paradox. Paradoxically, he's the only champion to not be mentioned as a current or previous gladiator by anybody in-game, and to add insult to injury, he doesn't even possess a bow in the vanilla version of the game.
That the best you can do?
And requires the unofficial patch to defend himself against the local wildlife.
Run away!
Vandorlin Trebatius is an Imperial Knight and the current owner of Rosethorn Hall in Skingrad. There is reason to believe he was once an arena champion, but he has apparently fallen on hard times. Unfortunately, he has no unique dialogue whatsoever, so you won't learn about it from him.
I'm warning you. Get out or I'll call the guards.
His days of glory are behind him as he's become delinquent on his rent, however.
I will order the deed drawn up. Take this key. The house is just inside the gate, by the bridge to the chapel. Don't worry about Vandorlin Trebatius. I'll have him evicted. I'm sure he'll find another home easily.
So if you're interested in buying the place, he'll be evicted, and from then on will stay at the Two Sisters Lodge.
I'm just warming up, you pathetic worm! Don't hurt me!
The last champion listed in the in-game faction is someone who is still very active in the arena, and will learn their identity soon enough. Otimbar, Gladiator. Otimbar is a High Elf Nightblade and a member of the Cheydinhal Fighters Guild. He was once an accomplished arena fighter, but left in favour of the less dangerous work at the Fighters Guild. When approached for the first time, he will introduce himself and tell you about his past.
Otimbar, Fighters Guild Guardian. Maybe you saw me in the arena a couple years ago. I was a contender. I got out while I still had the original set of legs, arms, and eyes. Fighters Guild is a perfect place for me now.
If you ask him about Cheydinhal, he will expand on his arena experiences.
I worked the arena in the Imperial City for a while. Got up to Gladiator, then to Capowder. A guy could get hurt, you know.
And we finish with the narratively notable Count Regulus Terentius, ex-champion of the arena, and now the Count of Breville. When you first meet him, he will rudely introduce himself with,
Regulus Terentius, Count Breville. Good of you to introduce yourself, stranger, but no point, really. I'm the Count, and you have no business talking to the Count, right? Good. All straightened out. Off with you, then.
Asking him about Breville won't provide you with much information, as all you'll get is a cursory.
Yes, Count of Breville. Are you a foreigner? Do yourself a favor. Learn the basics about the places you visit. There. Problem solved.
The upper class may express their less than friendly opinions on Regulus and his skooma-addled son, for example.
With Regulus Terentius for a father, what do you expect from Gellius? The acorn never falls too far from the tree.
Or,
it is fashionable to make fun of Breville and Regulus Terentius. Personally, I think it is poor sport to mock the poor and disadvantaged.
a more delicious twist in his narrative is that Breville's resident blacksmith, Hans Blacknail, has taken notice of the Count's apparent loss of pride and station.
I was with the Count when he was young, and a shining star on the tournament path. I only wish he'd straighten his son out.
Perhaps losing faith in the deadbeat Count was enough for Hans to question his allegiances, as he has sided with the dangerous Mythic Dawn in hopes of a violent catalyst for change in Breville, as Blacknail is encountered as a Mythic Dawn sleeper agent during the main quest.
For Lord Dagon! I'll have you not fear death.
Which is unfortunate, as the out-of-practice Regulus is the only Count not marked as essential at any point in the game.
Lord Dagon will welcome your soul in Oblivion.
Speaking of interesting dialogue about the arena, when travelling, you can overhear NPCs share varying outlooks on the blood-smattered arena across Cyrodiil. The Wilderness dialogue branch of Rumours will net.
Have you ever met anyone who got rich betting on the arena? Didn't think so.
Oh, the arena's faked. You think those guys are getting killed? Really? It's just berry syrup and ham acting.
The council runs the arena to amuse the masses, and it pays for itself, with all the fools who lose their shirts gambling.
Despite the mixed rumours/warnings of potential death as a combatant, or becoming destitute placing bets on the arena matches, curiosity takes hold when travelling to the Imperial City, and we find ourselves irresistibly drawn to the sound of weapons clashing and the cheers from the crowd for more blood. The arena district itself features a sizable round amphitheatre and, deceptively, little else. However, there are more than a few hidden gems that can be found here, including lore, peoples, and items of note that, with some digging, can be found. Surveying the district before we enter the arena proper, we first locate two unknown statues. As I seldom ever know who these statues belong to in-game, I'm infinitely grateful for the unofficial wiki, which surprisingly clarifies. To the northwest, we see a female statue belonging to Saint Alessia, who led the First Era rebellion against the Aelids, freeing the first men of Cyrodiil from slavery and founding what became the Alessian Empire, which was arguably birthed at the top of the looming white gold tower to the west. To the southwest, we find the statue of a chained man with long hair. However, this is actually the winged minotaur demigod Morihaus, husband of Saint Alessia. Earlier descriptions established him as a human, and the decision to famously depict him as part bull was only conceptualized later during the Knights of the Nine DLC. Due to this inconsistency, prevalent lore contributors Kurt Kuhlman and Michael Kirkbride joked that the statue would need to be retconned. Curiously, there's an unknown bedroll against an eastern wall of the district. Digging in the game's files, we find this bedroll once belonged to a beggar who was removed from the final game. It is internally referred to as Lycal's sleeping mat, but no other traces of an NPC named Lycal remain in the game or its files. On the south side of the arena, Salith, the Argonian monk, and Branwen, a Redguard monk, can be seen sparring for most of the day.
No talk, only train. Bronwyn and Salith, we become combatants in arena. We fight, we be champions, we be famous.
Branwyn congruently confirms their dedication.
Sorry, friend. No time to talk. My friend Salith and I are training to be combatants in the arena. It takes a lot of dedication to do what we do.
The dedicated duo are seemingly rightfully paired as they feature as the only NPCs in-game inside a faction called Arena Hopefuls. And a nice Easter egg tied to the pair is, after watching Salith and Branwyn spar with each other for a few minutes, you'll learn some new moves and are awarded +5 in their hand-to-hand skill. You will then receive a message when this happens. Now, a morbid tidbit about the two is, if Branwyn is dead when Salith returns, he will simply stand by the bench on which he eats breakfast.
What is it?
However, even if Salith dies, Branwyn will continue practicing on her own, and watching Branwyn fight alone still increases your skill. There is also more than meets the eye regarding to the relentless Redguard Branwyn's aspirations to join the arena, but we'll circle back to that soon. More pressing for unarmed enthusiasts is the guaranteed magic item nearby protected by a very hard lock. Or if you're feeling frisky, the key to the chest can be lifted from Branwyn.
Pickpocket! Pickpocket! Guard your purses!
I'm on your side! What? Speak.
The chest contains the bands of Quang Lao. These gauntlets will be marked as stolen but certainly pack a punch, boasting Fortify hand-to-hand 20 points. The container also contains the Song of Hrormir, a blade skill book. Now that we've fully explored the arena district, we're free to saunter over to the arena's entrance. The first image of note here is the now iconic arena poster. The poster itself depicts potential combatants set against the arena's backdrop. The reason it's notable is these graphics are lifted directly from the game's custom classes, featuring, from left to right, the archer, the battle mage on top, the mage on the right, and the knight kneeling at the bottom. Now, if this imagery looks somewhat familiar, it's obviously taken heavy inspiration from the Elder Scrolls 1 Arena's cover art, which, fun fact, there is actually an Oblivion mod that swaps the two posters out. And I would be remiss if I didn't at least mention the notable standout being, of course, the booby bikini samurai girl, front and center, who doesn't seem to be a class of her own, but instead, this was the 90s where sex sells games, and the artist clearly was unabashedly inspired by Frank Frazetta, the godfather of fantasy art. Entering the small steel double doors to the arena's entrance, we see grating that seems to either want to keep the public out after hours, or gamblers with debts to pay inside. To the right of the blonde Bosma, we see wooden doors that lead to arena's entrance. But a pop-up states as we attempt to enter as a spectator, you must bet on a match in order to enter the arena. Speak with the arena gatekeeper between 9 AM and 9 PM to gain entrance. With little recourse, we see the diminutive Hunderlin by a table with a lockbox, and two things are of note here. One, Hunderlin was originally the gatekeeper of the Coral Arena rather than the one in the Imperial City. When Hunderlin was brought over, he seemingly replaced an already existing, albeit unseen NPC named Victoria Delacroix. Second, when waiting past 9 PM, Hunderlin heads off, and when we catch up to him, he explains.
Yes, I'm the city's arena gatekeeper, but I'm not on duty now. If you want to bet on a fight, see me at the arena between 9 AM and 9 PM. Take care.
Waiting until the arena's official opening hours, Hunderlin, back at his post, greets.
Hello there. Welcome to the arena. I don't think I've ever seen you around here before. I know all the regulars, believe me. If you're looking to join the arena as a combatant, you need to head down to the Bloodworks and talk to Owyn, the Blade Master. If you're here to bet on a fight, on the other hand, you're talking to the right man. There are matches all day long. from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. That's a lot of chances to fill your purse with coin. So what do you say? You want to bet on a match?
Although we wish to enter, if we first decline, saying, "No, I don't want to bet right now," a dejected Hunderlin responds,
"Oh, all right. Very well then. If you need anything, please just ask. I'll be happy to take your bet if you change your mind."
Exploring our chance at making money on matches before attempting to become a combatant, we can ask, how does betting on a match work again?
You can bet on either the yellow team or blue team. The opponents are always evenly matched, so your chance of winning is 50-50. For each fight, you can bet 25, 50, or 100 gold pieces. You can bet as many times as you want per day within the hours of 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. If you win, you get back double what you bet. Simple as that. Win or lose, it's mostly a matter of luck.
However, once we've learned the rules of betting, we're ejected from the conversation.
Have a good day now.
And this is a good time to point out as any that the lockbox to Hunderlin's right contains the take from the arena being a hefty 500 gold, though the Bosma has an exceptionally high aggression in case we think of pinching said gold.
Hey, that's mine! God! God! You're pathetic! Die!
Otherwise, we can reapproach Hunderlin and he queries,
"Ah, another happy spectator. You, of course, want to bet on a fight. Who will it be this time? The blue team or the yellow team?"
Humorously, we can rebuke him once more by snapping, "I said I don't want to bet on a match right now."
"Oh, sorry, I just assumed. Well, if there's anything else I can do for you, please just ask."
Otherwise, arbitrarily picking our favourite combatant, although yellow team seems to have the winning edge in the first match at least, we will explore what it's like winning and losing on bets. We can then say to our detriment, "I'll bet on the blue team."
All right then. The blue team it is. How much do you want to bet?
I'll bet 100 gold.
All right, my friend. You've got 100 gold down on the blue team. Good luck and enjoy the match. Oh, and if you win, come see me for your payout.
Turning to Hunderlin before exiting, he prompts,
"You'd better get up to the arena or you'll miss the match. Just head through those doors on my left. If you win, come see me to collect your gold. Have a good day now."
Hearing the crowd's excitement build, we enter the wooden door in front of us, and as we step into the arena, the unseen announcer introduces,
Welcome to the arena, good citizens of the Empire. You came to watch a fight, and a fight you shall have. It's the blue team versus the yellow team in a battle to the death. Lower the gates!
We can then watch on, perched high above, as the female yellow team combatant hefts a two-handed sword at the dagger and shield-bearing blue team combatant. Looking around as the gladiators slug it out, we see the other punters in the betting box. However, it should be noted of the other spectators. The spectators outside of the balcony that are cheering are actually not NPCs, but animated objects. A clear indication of this is if you manage to approach any of them, they will completely quote-unquote ignore you. This is the only instance of fake NPCs ever seen in any Elder Scrolls game, according to the wiki. The spectators appear to be Bretons or Imperials wearing some simulacrum of a full set of coarse linen clothing. They have editor IDs of Arena Spectator M and Arena Spectator F. There's also a secondary spectator box above the yellow team gate, reserved, it seems, for royalty. However, the Emperor and his sons at least will not be attending anytime soon. Back to watching the combatants duke it out. It's not berry juice coming out of them. And we'll quickly highlight what happens if we lose or win our bet respectively, as well as our bookie's reaction to both.
Let's get this over. My friends, we have a winner! Behold, the combatant from the yellow team. If you bet on the yellow team, see the gatekeeper to collect your winnings.
Returning to Hunderlin, having lost the bet, he empathizes.
Ah, sorry, friend, but it would appear the opponent you bet on lost that last fight. Better luck next time.
If the dagger-wielding blue team combatant miraculously had won, we'd instead hear,
My friends, we have a winner! Behold, the combatant from the blue team!
As the blue team combatant saunters off into the unknown recess beneath the arena, we return to the gatekeeper, who sings a very different tune this time.
You won! Congratulations! Here are your winnings, my friend. 200 gold pieces. Come back and bet on the matches as often as you like.
With the thrill of doubling our money, our last stop before attempting to become a gladiator ourselves is to examine the handful of degenerates obsessed with gambling on the arena matches, as there are some of my favourite scandalous and salacious discoveries loitering inside the arena box. Indeed, we can find 7 additional Imperial City peoples that may be present at the arena balcony on different days of the week. The 2 punters that are found every day betting are Pista Marillin. Pista Marillin is an Imperial commoner who waits tables at the King and Queen Tavern in the Imperial City's Elven Gardens district.
Welcome to the King and Queen Tavern. We treat all our patrons like royalty. I'm Pista Marillin, your faithful lady-in-waiting.
When asking about accommodation in the Imperial City, she seems to be a little too honest about the competition.
Where can you find a bed in the city? I hear the Tiber Septim Hotel in Talus Plaza is very nice. In the Elven Gardens, Luther Broad's boarding house may suit less discriminating customers. Fighters Guild has no accommodations in town. Mages Guild members have their own quarters at the Arcane University. I can't recommend the bloated float on the waterfront. The waterfront is not a very desirable location.
She's often found betting at the arena, and her attitude to the arena is ambivalent. On one hand, she's disgusted by the bloodshed, but on the other, she says she cannot bring herself to leave due to her gambling problem.
This is all so grisly and horrible, isn't it? The blood and bodies. But I've won so much money I can't stop betting. I think I need help.
Winston is a Red Guard commoner who lives and works at Luther Broad's boarding house in the Imperial City's Elven Gardens district as well. Winston lives his life in obscurity and prefers to go unnoticed by his fellow townsfolk.
Winston, I just work for Luther. I don't want no trouble.
And when asked about his city of choice, he gives you a piece of advice.
Gotta be careful. You don't want people taking notice. Just keep quiet, keep your head down. Good day.
As a result, whether it's due to ducking bookies, well, who knows, but what we do know is he divides all of his time between working hard at Luther's and spending all of his earnings at the arena. If you run into him while he's betting at the arena, he will casually reject you.
What? Look, pal, no talkie right now, okay? I'm here to watch people get mutilated, not blab like an old woman.
Wamik is an Argonian commoner living in the Imperial City's Elven Gardens district.
I am Wumik. Gods commend you.
When you ask him about the Imperial City, he will tell you.
Argonians stick mostly to the river trade. We know boats and the water. We're not fussy about the sewers either. Water cleans it all.
Apparently, Wumik doesn't mind swimming downstream into the boggy marshes around Owyn, as on the 19th of every month, he will visit fellow shady Argonian Weebam Na, the one-time thief of Nocturnal's Eye, who we dealt with in the aforementioned Daedra's quest.
What?
If you run into this slippery reptile at the arena, he will spend a whopping 13 hours a day there, and will not hesitate to describe his favorite team.
Go blue team. Yay, blue team. I always bet on the blue team. They never hold back. It's always crush, kill, maim, murder.
You bet on the yellow team. See the gatekeeper to collect your winnings.
Roderick Puran is a Breton commoner whose home is in the Elven Gardens district, where he lives with his wife, Elisa. His introduction is quite brief, simply stating,
I'm Roderick Puran.
It seems he may be cheating on Elisa, however, as each Sundas you can find him sleeping with the infamously dangerous blunt weapon expert Irene Metric.
I think you should leave. I'm Irene Metric. If you needed to know more, you'd already know.
Though if he likes you enough, he claims they're just friends.
Irene Metric and I spend a lot of time together, true. We're just good friends. But don't tell Elisa, she wouldn't understand.
Although his wife swears Roderick is looking for businesses to invest in, it seems blue and yellow are the only colours that Breton cares about.
I come to the arena any chance I get. Once I got hit in the eye with some spraying blood and went blind for 3 days. Now that was a good match.
Speaking of Roderick's better half, Elisa Piran is a Breton commoner.
Hi there.
I understand money is tight, but buying discount spells seems like a bad idea.
I'm not buying a discount spell. That's just a bad idea.
If you approach her while she is at home, she will politely introduce herself and reveal Roderick may not own the expensive house all by himself.
I'm Elisa Piranha. Father bought us this lovely house in the city.
When asked about the Imperial City, she will proudly say,
Roderick is looking around for a business to invest in. I know he'll find something soon. Be seeing you.
Funnily enough, Roderick's wife, Elisa, is found at the arena on the weekends. However, lucky for Roderick, who likes to spend her daddy's money, he is not there.
Oh, I hate these disgusting arena matches. I'm here looking for my husband, Roderick. If he loses any more of our money, he's a dead man.
Now, the unexplained shrine to Sithis located in the couple's basement may indicate that this is more than just an idle threat. Our final, somehow shadier power couple is found at the arena on weekends also, starting with Drolora Athram, a dark elf commoner who lives in the Imperial City's Talos Plaza district and is the wife of Owyn Athram.
Look at the muscles on you. Drolora Athram. I came here with Owyn 15 years ago. Best thing we ever did.
She doesn't seem to share his hobby though, and I'm not talking about gambling. When approached, she gives you some background information on her and Owyn.
Morrowind is still living in the Second Era. I can't believe how they treat Khajiit and Argonians. Here we are Imperial citizens, nothing less. Take care.
The ostensibly socially aware Drolora is appalled by how the beast folk were treated in her homeland. However, her social conscience doesn't seem to get in the way of a bit of fun, as when she's spoken to at the arena on the weekend, she'll question.
You like my amulet? It's enchanted, makes me lucky. I swear it helps me win these matches.
Now, you may think this is bluster, but it's technically true that the amulet is lucky.
Let's get this over with.
My friends,
Someone's been murdered.
have a winner!
Though it may not help her win on matches, as Drolora's amulet imparts Fortify Luck 8 points on self and is worth a hefty 950 gold.
What's the matter getting...
Hey, come...
May you rest in peace.
Someone's been murdered!
The only other guaranteed amulet of luck, which is the sister to this amulet, is found floating at Fort Telemann. The only thing potentially unlucky about Drolora's charmed life, it seems, is her choice in husband.
Owyn Athram, of the Kraganmore Athrams. Made my fortune in the Flynn trade, and now I'm here in the city, living the life of ease.
If we ask Owyn about his native land of Morrowind, his mind flits not to the enslaved or impoverished like his wife, but to being free of the oppressive yoke of the Tribunal's worship.
I don't miss Morrowind. All that sour tribunal grumbling and old-fashioned ancestor worship. Good riddance.
Remember how I mentioned Owyn had his own hobbies that differed from his wife's? Well, Owyn is part of a certain club that unfortunately excludes beast folks his wife so loves, as I have a full video on every hidden Mythic Dawn agent, linked at the end of this one.
Dawn is breaking.
Take care.
However, as far as his weekends with the wife, the Athrans clearly enjoy the arena together, as he can be found cheering his favourite team on.
It's all about the yellow team. Go yellow team! Yeah! Woohoo! Wait, you didn't bet on the blue team, did you? 'Cause that would just be plain stupid.
If you bet on the blue team, see the gatekeeper to collect your winnings.
With every other facet of the arena now explored, we make our way back to Hunderland to inquire about becoming a combatant.
If, by any chance, you're interested in actually fighting in the arena, you need to head down to the Bloodworks and speak with Owyn, the Blade Master. Just head through the door here on my right and take the stairs down. Be on your best behavior, though. Owyn is a bit cranky by nature. Have a good day now.
Our quest and updates. If I wish to join the arena faction as a combatant, I must speak with Owyn, the Blade Master in the arena Bloodworks. Entering the blue team's Bloodworks, we're met with a poster of the arena's archetypes on the wall. And as soon as we turn right, we're surprised to bump into the yellow team's champion, who stalks up the stairs questioning.
How are you? By the gods,
Fantastic.
What do you want?
Thanks for asking.
I'm trying to train here, weakling. Why don't you go someplace more your speed, like the Mages Guild? Goodbye.
The yellow team member then exits the Bloodworks, and it should be quickly noted, the mod Cyrodiil Reloaded has taken pains to create a Bloodworks for the yellow team on the opposite side of the arena, complete with an inaccessible entrance to the royal balcony. More importantly, perhaps, inside the yellow team's Bloodworks, there are 2 previously cut lines the yellow team members could scold you with upon aligning yourself with the blue team.
What have you been up to?
Blue team coward.
Scuba trade is...
I didn't come here to chat, blue team scum. Crawl home while you still can.
Stepping back into the blue team's Bloodworks, we're hit with the unmistakable copper smell of blood and look down to see the grating underfoot covered in the precious crimson liquid. It should also be noted, we had previously contended with a nest of vampires who took advantage of this free-flowing red river by holing up beneath the Bloodworks during the Thieves Guild questline. Inspecting the blue team's banner to the right shows us a gladiatorial helm and sword in its crest. In front of us, a blue team dark elf archer practices on a bale of hay. It's a good way for us to collect some free arrows. Approaching him, he doesn't protest, but absent-mindedly greets.
Oh, hey there. Nice to make your acquaintance. Well, my name's not important, really. I'm a combatant in the arena. Gladiator rank.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, Gladiator? What can you tell me about the arena?
The arena is the bloody jewel of the Imperial City. It's where all the best fighters from all over the Empire come to test their skills. If you think you've got what it takes, go talk to Owyn, the Blade Master. You'll find him in the Bloodworks, day and night. But stay away from Isabel, the battle matron. She doesn't deal with combatants unless they want to challenge the Grand Champion.
Oh. What can you tell me about this Blade Master?
That's Owyn. He is in charge of the arena, arranges the fights, trains combatants, that sort of thing. Been that way since Gaiden Shinji.
Oh, okay. Gaiden Shinji. Kind of sounds made up.
Who is Gaiden Shinji? Are you serious? Gaiden Shinji was the first arena blade master. It was he who oversaw construction of the arena back in the First Era. The arena was his dream. To this day, an arena combatant lives by Shinji's credo. The best techniques are passed on by the survivors. To be the best, learn from the best. Ironically, Shinji himself was killed shortly after the arena was completed. Even he could not survive the 30-year siege of Orsinium.
Trust the orcs to ruin everything. And just quickly, you said stay away from the battle matron?
That's Isabel. She's sort of the arena den mother. She handles the logistical stuff as well as the training of the Grand Champion.
Okay, probably too early to challenge this Grand Champion, whoever they are. Probably training on a mountain somewhere. Thanks for the info.
Farewell, my friend. May your blade always strike true. And first.
As the blue team Gladiator resumes his training, we look around the inner cloister of the Bloodworks, seeing racks of large two-handed swords and warhammers, as well as promotional posters, no doubt to keep the combatants inspired. Turning, we see a finely armoured orc who may have heard us smear his lineage, only to look up and welcome.
Hail, friend. I don't believe I've ever seen you down here in the Bloodworks before. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Agranak Gromalag. Most people just call me the Grey Prince. It's kind of silly, I know, but the people of Cyrodiil need heroes. I'm more than happy to oblige.
The Grey Prince. How'd you earn that moniker, my ashy associate?
Yes, it's what everyone calls me. I guess I'm partly to blame. I have never made it a secret that I'm actually only half orc. I am a lord's son, yet I've been denied the noble privilege to which I'm entitled. So I have become the Grey Prince, noble in my own right. Still, if I could prove who I really am and show the world that an orc can be noble in blood as well as deed, maybe, yes, you could help me.
Although we're presented with two options following the prince's storyline, is definitely best left for later. So instead, for now, we respond. Apologies, my liege. I'm yet to even compete in the arena, plus between you and I have my eyes set on the Grand Champion title. Perhaps another time.
Oh, well, of course. You have your own concerns, I'm sure, and I should not have imposed. Please excuse my indiscretion.
What a friendly fellow. The way he talks with a plum in his mouth, though. I reckon his noble father's probably a Breton. Turning to our right, a female blue team orcish warrior stops.
What is it now?
Though that seems to be the extent of her dialogue. To our right, we then see what appears to be a rudimentary dining area, pressing against a bloodied surgical table, complete with bloody tools. And then we realise the bowls are not for food, but probably excess bodily fluids, and wine for the pain. Behind a pillar, we then see a single iron longsword, which, side note, items here can only be taken without penalty once you're a member of the blue team. And stepping over bedrolls in the southeastern corner, we find a single boar pacing about in a cage named Pork Chop. Judging by the bones, the fallen combatants' remains don't go to waste. Wasting no more time ourselves, we head to the outer cloister, containing more training paraphernalia, and to the south is an aging seated female Imperial who barks.
Stop talking already! And who in Shinji's name might you be? Look, if you're a spectator, go upstairs and talk to the gatekeeper. This ain't no damn peep show. And if you're one of those idiots who thinks they have something to prove in the arena, go over and talk to Owyn.
I'm sorry. I just had a few questions about the arena.
You again? You're becoming a real pain in my arse, you know that? I thought I made myself clear. You don't belong down here, now get!
Forced to turn heel, we then spy a stoic figure standing firm by the northeastern wall, who must be the fabled blade master Owyn the Redguard, who questions as we approach.
I'm a busy man, what is it?
Hello there. Blade Master Owyn, I presume.
I don't know who you are, friend, but you've got about 10 seconds to tell me what you're doing in my Bloodworks before I lop your arms off.
Dispensing with the pleasantries, we choose to keep our arms saying, I'll be going now.
You're damn right you will. This is a training hall, not a nursery. Now get back up those stairs while you still have legs. Damn tourists.
Otherwise, finding we have the minerals to stand tall, we can approach Owyn once again, and he questions.
You again, huh? What is it this time? Better start talking before my sword starts swinging.
Owyn, I want to be a combatant.
You what? You want to be a combatant? Look at you! My granny could beat you, and she's dead. Wait, you're serious, aren't you? What is it with you people? You walk in, want to be combatants, and your entrails end up decorating my red room. All right, it's your funeral. Welcome to the arena, you filthy pit dog. You're free to fight so long as you know the rules of competition. Now let me give you your battle raiment. It's the uniform of all arena combatants. Do you want a light raiment or a heavy raiment?
As a quick rundown so we can make an informed decision about said raiments. The arena light and heavy raiments are armor that cover the entire body save for the head slot and jewelry. They both equally fortify personality 2 points and athletics 5 points on self. I guess they're apt stat boosts if you want to beg for your life or try and make a run for it. The major differences between the two is that the light raiment imparts 10 points defense and weighs a paltry 13 pounds, which, without the unofficial patch, actually breaks a lot, versus the heavy armor weighing 72 pounds for 5 more points, or a total of 15 defense. Both have a variation in look as well, with the light armor containing leather plating versus the metal embedded in the heavy armor. Once we've chosen, Owyn states,
Here, wear it proudly, and keep it in good condition, would you? That way I can give it to some other suicidal idiot after you're dead.
If we'd instead chosen the light raiment, Owyn would quit.
A light raiment, huh? You sure? I figured you for the heavy raiment type. You know, hide behind a skin of steel. Okay then. Here. Just let me know when you're ready for a match, and we can get this over with.
If we tell Owyn we're ready for a match, but have already placed a bet with Hunderlin, Owyn scolds.
Listen, I can't let you fight in a match while you've got a bet down on another combatant. Put your gambling to bed, and then we'll talk.
Before we begin our first match, we do have time to learn vital information about the arena from the Blade Master himself and perhaps the final time in our life, asking about the battle matron he threatens.
That's Isabel Andronicus, crabby old woman who sits over there. She's dear to me, so if you wrong her in any way, I'll rip your damn liver out.
Right. So who's Blade Master again?
That's me, genius. Down here, I'm the boss. I don't care if the Emperor's ghost is floating around. In the Bloodworks, he answers to me.
Speaking of revered ghosts, Gaiden Shinji sure gets his dues around here.
The first arena blade master, best damned warrior that ever lived, served with the Order of Diagna, got killed fighting the orcs. Azura rest his soul.
And here I thought his techniques would have had someone surpass him by now. Say, just who is the Grand Champion?
The reigning Grand Champion is Agranagro Malog. His fighting name is the Great Prince. He's an orc. Well, half-orc, actually, or so they say. The important thing is he's been Grand Champion for nearly a decade. Why? Because nobody's had the guts to face him. The Great Prince is unbeatable. At least that's what the people of Cyrodiil have come to believe. Maybe it's time someone stepped into that arena and proved them wrong.
Holy hells. And here I thought he was a ghoulish-looking blowhard. I wonder why he would need our help with his family. Now, just one more thing. Are there any rules to the competition, or can I go ham?
You fight for the blue team. You fight against the yellow team. In order to fight in the arena, you must wear an arena battle raiment. The battle raiment covers your entire body. You can use your own helmet, shield, and weapon, so choose those items wisely. The battle raiment's already enchanted, so you can't muck with it. But aside from that, anything goes. Magic, stealth, whatever you need to win. You can compete in the arena any day from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Just come to me, tell me you're ready for a match, and away you'll go. Got it? Good. If you actually manage to win a fight, don't get any ideas about looting your opponent's corpse. That's strictly forbidden.
Right. I think I'm ready for my first match.
Ready? You call that ready? You're not even wearing your battle raiment. Don't talk to me again until you're suited up, you disrespectful maggot.
As we dutifully pluck a nearby claymore from the rack and battle raiment from the chest to Owyn's left, we go to suit up and notice a scrunched up letter on the ground from none other than the arena hopeful and fellow Redguard, Branwen, we just met outside, that reads,
Owyn, I know you don't believe me. I know you think I'm just some stupid kid who doesn't know what she's talking about. But the truth is, you are my father. One night with a scullery maid is all it takes. Or maybe your father deserted you too and never taught you the basic lessons of life. Anyway, the past is long forgotten. What matters now is that you come to terms with the truth. I am your daughter, and I will join the arena as a combatant. Maybe someday, when I'm Grand Champion, you'll see that we have the same blood, the same tenacity. Until then, I'll train every moment of every day. All I ever wanted, was to make you proud.
Unfortunately, the contents of said letter are never addressed by either character. However, Owyn does have an interesting rumour surrounding his love life.
Between you and me, Isabella's completely in love with me. But I'm just not a one-woman guy. Nope, the life of the bachelor suits me just fine.
Isabel similarly comments,
Would you believe Owyn once asked for my hand in marriage? It's true. Poor bastard was heartbroken when I turned him down. I'm old, not desperate.
Though this still leaves Owyn's fractured relations muddied down in the Bloodworks. The only thing that's made clear to us, at least, is that to gain notoriety in the Bloodworks will be paid in blood in the arena above. Returning to Owyn in our battle raiment, he appraises.
All right, maggot. Looks like you're suited up in your battle raiment and all set to go. The Red Room is just over there. When you're ready to get eviscerated, just head up the ramp to the arena. Good luck, and may Azura have mercy on your soul.
Attempting to talk to him pre-match, he parades.
What are you waiting for? You signed up for this, maggot. Now get up to that arena and fight.
I know, but I just wanted to make sure you know I'm ready for my match.
I know you're ready. I already approved your match, you idiot. Now get up to that arena and spill some blood.
Trying Isabel's patience, we get a similar rebuke.
Listen, Sunshine, I ain't in the mood. You want something? Talk to Owyn. He's right over there, for Shinji's sake.
However, as an official pit dog, the blue team Gladiator will welcome.
Hey there, pit dog. How's life treating you?
Good. About to become acquainted with the arena.
It's our home away from home, isn't it? I guess you could say the Blade Master and Battle Matron are our mother and father, huh? Farewell, my friend. May your blade always strike true. And first.
Though the yellow team champion is less welcoming.
I guess Owyn will let anyone join the arena these days. I guess I shouldn't let it bother me, seeing as how you'll be dead tomorrow.
As we make our way to the now open grate of the arena, the blood becomes a globby stream that gushes down around us, and a large basin in front of us is inscribed with Gaiden Shinji's credo that the best techniques are passed on by the survivors. Attempting to drink the water, we're warned. You have not yet bloodied yourself in the arena. Return and refresh yourself after tasting battle, whatever that means. Heading slowly and carefully up the slippery path that they don't even attempt to wash the blood from, as if some hedonistic ritual, we follow the trail to the macabre handprints smattered on the door. Now, if this was a time to get nerves, it's as good as any to quickly talk about being expelled from the matches before we attempt to become a gladiator proper. See if when stepping through the arena door, we become overwhelmed by the crowd and the reality that this is not berry juice, but a match of life and death. You can remove your armor during your match, and the fight will end, and you will be disqualified for it.
Can this be? The blue team combatant is not wearing an arena battle raiment. The blue team is hereby disqualified. What a disappointing turn of events this is. Leave the arena now, combatant from the blue team, and hang your head in shame.
Now, if you're so bold as to strike an opponent after being disqualified, your attack will not hurt them unless it delivers enough damage to kill. But you will receive the message. You've been disqualified and you must return to Owyn and the Bloodworks. Do not disgrace yourself any further. This effectively enables you to either leave the arena behind for good or skip a match for whatever reason. Even if we were to switch out our raiments in the Bloodworks pre-match, it would have a similar effect, and returning to an irate Owyn, he sprays.
You complete and utter disgrace. Disqualified for not wearing your battle raiment? Don't you dare humiliate the blue team like this again. You listen good. This is your only warning. One more disqualification, and you'll never fight in the arena again. Now get out of my sight. Get a move on.
We can then attempt a second match, and again, for whatever reason, remove our raiment to a similarly astonished acknowledgement from the announcer.
Can this be? The blue team combatant is not wearing an arena battle raiment. The blue team is hereby disqualified.
Returning to Owyn with our tail between our legs, a final time, he explodes.
I'm a busy man, what is it? You idiot, you complete piece of gutter trash. 2 disqualifications, that's it. You are hereby stripped of all titles. Get out of my Bloodworks!
If we attempt to rejoin the arena, we find Owyn has little pity for our self-imposed exile.
You blew it. You had it in the palm of your hand, and you threw it all away. You make me sick.
If our father was angry, our Bloodworks mama is irate.
Stop talking already! You again? You're becoming a real pain in my arse, you know that? I thought I made myself clear. You don't belong down here, now get!
Our career would be effectively ended in the arena for good, and as we see the Grand Champion for a final time, he greets.
Hail, friend. Good to see you again. So tell me, what brings you back to the Imperial City? May your blade always strike true.
Deciding we would take the title in the name of Gaiden Shinji one way or another leads to an ignominious end.
What's going on?
That! I'll separate your head from your shoulders. For the
You realize I have to hold back.
Show me what you've got.
This is the part
Die.
you
Get this
fall
over with.
down and
Look
bleed.
at the best you can do.
What's the matter,
You're
getting
pathetic.
tired? Do your worst.
Die.
Hey, I fought mud crabs more fearsome than you.
Hello, my friend.
Good riddance.
Instead of throwing our lives away needlessly into dank Bloodworks, we try our hand at surviving, and I dare say, thriving, in the arena itself as a combatant, starting as a lowly pit dog and climbing the 9 ranks all the way to Grand Champion. However, regardless of such lofty aspirations, we first need to survive our first match and ascend the stairs to the arena to hear the announcer blare.
Good people of the Imperial City, welcome to the arena. For this match, we've got some fresh meat, 2 brand new pit dogs. So let's not waste any time. Let the battle begin!
As the gates draw and our opponents rushes to face us in combat, I thought it would be best to set a standard for each match, introducing our opponents as it's easy to get confused in the excitement. Our first yellow team fodder is a female Bosma equipped with a leveled glass longsword, light raiment, leveled glass helm, an elven shield, and a +1 potion of healing squirreled away. And she seems to favour speed and ferocity, taunting as she attacks.
This match is mine. Take that! Die! Die, blue team coward!
Now, as a final rundown before our other matches, if you notice the combat is different, it's because I, like many of you, find vanilla Oblivion to be a tad slow and predictable. So I've installed the Deadly Reflex mod for the rest of the video, where we have a whole myriad of new moves, including dodge mechanics,
Die, Imperial, die!
shield parries and bashing, kicks and headbutts, new special attacks unique for each weapon, even weapon throwing, plus a flurry of others you'll no doubt pick up along the way.
Take that!
But perhaps most important, the executions.
Show me what you've got!
Good people, we have a winner! All hail the combatant from the blue team! Victor from the blue team, leave the arena now and rest. You've earned it.
With our opponent fallen, if we attempt to take their gear, a pop-up reads, arena combatants may not loot the corpses of their fallen opponents. Stumbling back into the Bloodworks, we see Gaiden Shinji's motivational basin, which we can now use to restore all of our health, magicka, and fatigue. As it reads, you wash the grime of battle from your body and feel completely rejuvenated.
You've got a real bounce to your step. I'll bet you're quite the acrobat.
Returning to Owyn, he congratulates.
I'm a busy man, what is it? By the 9 divines, you did it! You actually won! You ain't so bad after all, Pit Dog. You may even survive enough matches to advance in rank. Here, kid, this is your payout for the victory. There's more where that came from if you can keep on winning. Now go unwind before your next fight.
We now have 2 more matches as a pit dog before we can even think of advancing to the next rank. And hopefully make more than the absolute pittance of 50 gold coins for putting our life on the line. Hungrily returning to Owyn for our next match, he sums up.
Okay, so you're not a complete loser. Don't get cocky. Let me know when you're ready for a match and you can prove yourself to me some more.
Getting cocky, as warned, we respond. Ready. I was born ready, Owyn.
Now that's the spirit. You give the people of Cyrodiil a good show, and I'll make sure you get a decent burial.
With the Red Guard's maniacal cackle still ringing in our ears, we saunter on up back to the arena for our second match to hear.
Good people of the Imperial City, welcome to the arena. Who will prevail? The pit dog from the yellow team or the pit dog from the blue team? Let's find out. Lower the gates!
Our second yellow team adversary is a male Imperial. Now, you may notice that the Imperial already has a Daedric sword and shield, and I realized as the combatant's gear scales, I'd been starting at level 30. To me personally, it looks really wrong that a lowly pit dog is sporting Daedric gear. So, to get a sense of progression, I rolled back the levels and we're starting now at level 1, and we and our enemies will progress over time. It's then the charging Imperial learns a lesson about shields not just being for show.
Good people, we have a winner! All hail the combatant from the blue team! Victor from the blue team, leave the arena now and rest. You earned it.
Returning to Owyn, who is less impressed the second time.
Okay, so you did it again. What do you want from me, a hug? Take your gold and get out of my face, pit dog.
50 gold again. I think I need that hug.
The yellow team ain't gonna fight itself, you lazy pit dog. You ready for a match or what?
I told you I was determined to make champion.
You must be downright determined to get yourself killed, huh? Okay, then, head back up to the arena and try not to die before the gate opens.
How are things?
I've been better.
I hope things get better.
See you.
Farewell.
As we find an odd sense of normalcy down in the Bloodworks. Topside, the arena ever calls for blood as we look to advance.
Good people of the Imperial City, welcome to the arena. Are you ready for a bloodbath? The winner of this match will advance in rank, so the stakes are high. Pit dogs, show us what you're made of.
As the gates screech to the earth, we see our opponent has us at a disadvantage as the Argonian holds a bow, a weapon we didn't think to bring as we don't actually learn about our opponents until after the 4th match. Our only reprieve is spotting the loose grip the Argonian has on his bow, due to his unusually slimy hands, even for his sewer-faring kind.
Am I supposed to be impressed?
Die, Imperial, die!
Good people, we have a winner! All hail the combatant from the blue team! Victor from the blue team, leave the arena now and rest. You've earned it.
With the disarmed lizard laid out, a surprised Owyn then bestows.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but you're no longer a pit dog. That's right. You've actually advanced in rank. Congratulations, Brawler.
Brawler, great. You could have at least told me the Argonian had a bow.
You know what Brawler rank is worth around here? Nothing. Face it, kid. You're still a maggot. You need to keep fighting if you want to be somebody.
Now 100 gold richer, you would nary be able to tell of our new rank, save for a new greeting from the blue team Gladiator.
Good to see you, Brawler. Your training's going well, I hope?
And the different symbols found in our journal, which I gotta be honest, I actually like. As a newly minted brawler, the Yellow Team champion says.
Well, well, well. Still alive, are we? Amazing. I never thought you'd make it past the first combatant. Just make sure you remember your place, brawler.
Returning to Owyn for our first match as a brawler, he shares.
Okay, Brawler, you know the drill. Head up to that arena and show 'em who's boss.
Stepping into the Bloodworks main ring, we see a rack of two-handed warhammers and decide maybe we can expedite the process of crushing our enemies with blunt trauma. Topside, we see the stars are out, and in the dim glow, our opponent as the announcer begins.
Good people of the Imperial City, welcome to the arena. This match is a battle of the brawlers. Let your voices be heard as these brave warriors fight for glory. Combatants, begin!
Our opponent being a male Nord who favours an iron war axe and light armour, and we find he's more agile than expected against a warhammer.
You're pathetic. Victory will be mine. Die! I'll separate your head from your shoulders. You're the best the blue team has to offer. Die, Imperials, die! You're pathetic. Die! This ends here.
Good people, we have a winner! All hail the combatant from the blue team! Victor from the blue team, leave the arena now and rest. You've earned it.
Back in the Bloodworks, Owyn seems to be making for the exit, absent-mindedly turning to pay.
4 wins is okay, kid, but it don't make you grand champion. Here's your payout. Now go clean yourself up before your next match.
Before marching out of the Bloodworks, why we thought he lived here, I do not know.
Found Istananda's cosmology at the booksellers.
However, outside the arena's gates, still itching for our next match, he dismisses.
You might be ready, but the arena ain't. Matches take place between 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Come back later, moron. Get a move on.
After hours, as the punters peel out, we remember their favourite watering hole in the Elven Gardens district.
Greetings to you.
Well met.
And track down Owyn at the King and Queen's Tavern with the other gamblers, gossiping with the arena gatekeeper Hunderlin.
Well,
have you heard any word about the other provinces?
Nothing I'd like to talk about.
Take care.
You too. I'm a busy man. What is it?
Interrupting, we hope the drinks will loosen the Battlemaster's tongue and ask, Say, Owyn, now that we're off the clock, any rumours you'd like to share with an up-and-coming arena star? Perhaps?
I heard a rumor that you're an idiot. Any truth to that? Get a move on.
Half a course. Returning to Owyn in the morning on arena hours, he's back to his old, chipper self.
That raiment's getting a little tight on you, Brawler. I think you need some exercise. What do you say? Ready for a match?
Who's the unlucky individual this time?
All right, Brawler. This next match is going to be a challenge. Turns out there are 2 wood elf sisters who always fight together. They're twins, actually. You gotta take them both out. Now get in there and show those tree climbers who's boss!
Tree climbers. With shield in hand and axe on our hip, we half don't believe there will be 2 opponents until we hear the announcer confirm.
Good people of the Imperial City, welcome to the arena. Can the blue team's brawler possibly hope to defeat the yellow team's wood elf twin sisters? Let's find out.
We then see these sisters' paths in combat at least diverge, as one favours heavy armour and a 2-handed sword, while the other light armour and deadly ranged bow.
Ha! You'll never take me down! Die, damn you! This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death! Take that! I'm just... Die! I've fought mud crabs more fearsome... Let's get this over with!
Good people, we have a winner! All hail the combatant from the blue team! Victor from the blue team, leave the arena now and rest. You've earned it.
With one disarmed and the other beheaded, we rip the arrow from our wrist and bathe our wounds in the basin of renewal before Owyn jeers.
Ah, those girls didn't stand a chance. Good job, Brawler. Here's your take. One more match and you'll advance again.
Ready for our next advancement, the Blade Master comments.
You beating those twins is a good sign. You got a lot of fight in you. Let me know when you're ready to get bloody again. Your next opponent is a Khajiit. Not one of the quick, jumpy ones either. This cat goes in heavy, usually with an axe. Now go get him!
Looking over Owen's shoulder, we make our way to the arena, thinking we have a quick way of dealing with a slower Khajiit.
Good people of the Imperial City, welcome to the arena. The winner of this match will advance to the rank of Bloodletter. Who wants it more, the yellow team or the blue team? Let's find out!
Just quickly, is that the Bosma twins' head spiked against the wall? Brutal. The Khajiit, however, takes our attention once more, sporting a silver battle axe, chainmail helmet, and unfortunately is much quicker than we were led to believe.
Ha! You'll never take me down. You're pathetic. Ha! You'll never take me. Die, damn you.
Good people, we have a winner. All hail the combatant from the blue team. Victor from the blue team, leave the arena now and rest. You've earned it.
Back down in the Bloodworks, Owyn admits.
Okay, so you can fight. Your new title is Bloodletter. You're getting into the real game now, kid. More gold for more blood. Don't disappoint me.
With our new rank, Owyn congratulates.
You made it to Bloodletter, which is more than I can say for most people who step into that arena. Keep it up. The next opponent is a Red Guard. I've seen him fight with both a mace and a sword, so be ready for either one.
Speaking to the nearby blue team Gladiator, he congratulates.
You're at Bloodletter rank now, right? I caught your last match. Those are some pretty impressive moves.
Conversely, the yellow team champion reminisces.
Ah, so it's Bloodletter now, is it? I remember when I achieved that rank so very long ago. I showed such promise, unlike yourself.
Entering the arena, we're introduced.
Good people of the Imperial City, welcome to the arena. There's nothing better than watching two eager bloodletters fighting to the death for fame and glory. But enough talk. Let the battle begin!
As promised, the Red Guard shows up in heavy armor, sporting a silver mace versus his sword. However, with all that metal, we bring to bear our own mace, the electrically conductive Rock Shatter.
You're the best the blue team has to offer? Ha! Do your work.
Good people, we have a winner. All hail the combatant from the blue team. Victor from the blue team, leave the arena now and rest. You've earned it.
Owyn then congratulates with 150 gold as a reward.
That was a good fight, Bloodletter. You really showed that Redguard who's boss. Here's your take. Now go clean yourself up.
Sensing we're weary from battle, Owyn spurs on.
Come on, Bloodletter. Don't lose your momentum now. Keep fighting. Your next opponent wears a heavy raiment, but attacks with a short sword. She's like a heavily armored wasp and has the temper to match. Careful.
As we hear the crowd roar, we peer through the gates to see the other Bloodletter waiting for the match to begin.
Good people of the Imperial City, welcome to the arena. You came to watch these two Bloodletters do what they do best, and they're dying to prove their worth. So let the bloodletting begin.
The Breton wields a silver shortsword, heavy raiment, and back pockets a potion of endurance and speed, but probably does not expect our swiftness, wielding a dagger in retaliation.
Let's get this over with. Let's get this over with. Let's get this over with.
Good people, we have a winner. All hail the combatant from the blue team. Victor from the blue team, leave the arena now and rest. You've earned it.
With another opponent fallen, Owyn warns.
Okay, so you killed the Breton. Don't get a big head. Here's your payout.
The Red Guard then darkly jokes.
My Red Room got its paint job from fighters like you. After you disembowel the next idiot, I want you to smear his blood all over the walls. Next up is a dark elf. I've never seen him fight before, but he's got a bow as well as a sword, so be ready for a ranged attack.
Taking Owyn's caution to heart, we opt for a ranged attack and a sword on our hip in case he gets too familiar.
Good people of the Imperial City, welcome to the arena. Just look at the yellow team's dark elf. You can see the murder in his eyes. Can the blue team's bloodletter even hope to survive? Let's find out.
Although the Dunmer carries an elven bow, he actually has multiple swords and bows hidden on his person, making him more unpredictable than ever. The only downfall would be if he didn't utilize the right weapon to counter ours.
Ha! You'll never take me down! Take that! Die! Am I supposed to be impressed? Die, cur! Die! This match is mine, weakling!
Good people, we have a winner. All hail the combatant from the blue team. Victor from the blue team, leave the arena now and rest. You've earned it.
Collecting 200 gold, Owyn then bestows our next rank.
Good work, Bloodletter, or should I say Myrmidon. That's right, you've risen in rank. You know how it works. More blood, more gold. Here. All right, Myrmidon. Time to stop messing around. You ready to teach those Yellow Team scumbags a lesson or what? Don't be fooled by your next opponent. The little dagger he uses is actually a powerful enchanted weapon called Shimmer Strike. Now go get him!
Seeing our old friend, the Blue Team Gladiator, before the match, he hails.
Myrmidon, good to see you.
The Yellow Team champion, however, remains unimpressed, taunting.
My. Look at the Myrmidon. Who are you fighting against up there? Cripples and skooma addicts? Maybe someday they'll give you a real challenge.
To be fair, the Bosmo we're about to face may have a bum leg and addiction, but that dagger shimmer strike does sound nasty. Entering the arena as night has fallen, we see the diminutive elf awaits.
Good people of the Imperial City, welcome to the arena. The Yellow Team's combatant has slain many opponents with his magical dagger, Shimmer Strike. Let's see if the Blue Team can end his winning streak.
All we know about this Bosma is that he carries an enchanted dagger and he's wearing a light raiment. The last thing anyone would expect is if we meet him in hand-to-hand combat.
Ha! You'll never take me down! That the best.
Good people, we have a winner. All hail the combatant from the Blue Team. Victor from the Blue Team, leave the arena now and rest. You've earned it.
Although we cannot take his dagger, we throw it in the nearby beacon to burn as our guts are heavily pierced and we limp back to the healing trough. Seeing Owyn, he giggles.
I guess you told that wood elf what you thought of his magic dagger, huh? Here's your gold. Nice going.
Sensing our ambition, Owyn further urges.
You're hungry, Myrmidon. I can see it in your eyes. You ready to feed that hunger, huh? You ready for another match? No surprises with this next one. Just a high elf with a chip on her shoulder. Get up to that arena and make her beg for death.
Stepping into the arena once more, the announcer introduces.
Good people of the Imperial City, welcome to the arena. You came here for a fight, and a fight you shall have. But talk is for the weak. You want blood? Lower the gates!
This female Ultima prefers light everything, sword, shield, and armor. However, we'd read once that Ultimas were susceptible to elemental magic, and decide to see if our mace doesn't work. Some fire may illuminate the situation.
Good people, we have a winner. All hail the combatant from the Blue Team. Victor from the Blue Team, leave the arena now and rest. You earned it.
A little too effective with that kill, Owyn remarks.
Ultima. They act all high and mighty until you leave them in a pool of their own blood. Here's your gold. Go take a breather.
Back after our breather, our handler declares.
You're cutting through the Yellow Team like a knife through scrib jelly. One more fighting, you'll advance to warrior rank. The next opponent is your standard axe-armed orc. He's in a heavy raiment and looks pretty fit. Nothing you can't handle.
Deciding we would like to test our mettle with heavy weapons versus the orc, we equip a large warhammer and step into the arena.
Good people of the Imperial City, welcome to the arena. Everyone loves an advancement match, so let's watch as these two brave Myrmidons face off in a battle to the death. Combatants, to arms!
As promised, we see the orc in heavy armor looking pretty grim with his silver war axe, but all we can think of is, if fire worked so well against an Ultima, how would an orc fare against being slowed by ice?
You humans are all the same, weak and worthless. I'll separate your head from your shoulders.
Good people, we have a winner. All hail the combatant from the Blue Team. Victor from the Blue Team, leave the arena now and rest. You've earned it.
Stepping over the bloody, icy chunks back into the Bloodworks, Owyn appraises.
There are few things scarier than an orc with an axe, but you didn't even flinch. That victory brings you up to warrior rank. Well done.
Advancing rank, Owen updates.
You're a warrior now. That ain't no joke. They may not know your name, but the people out there, the spectators, they know you now. They come to this arena to see you. So go out there and give the people what they want. I've seen the next one fight before. She's a Nord, very quick, very strong. She favors a longsword and knows how to use it. Don't underestimate her.
Speaking of underestimating Nords, approaching the yellow team champion has a mock.
Warrior? You? Just look at you.
Our old Dunmer mate back in the Bloodworks appraises.
I've been watching you fight, my friend. It's a good thing we're both on the blue team, 'cause I sure as blazes wouldn't want to go up against you.
Equipping a silver two-handed sword, we head up to the arena to take care of another overconfident Nord.
Good people of the Imperial City, welcome to the arena. Raise your voices in cheer as we lower the gates and these two brave combatants face their destinies.
This snow lady, in her heavy raiment and fine mithril shield, is no slouch with her silver sword, but we maintain a superior reach.
You're the best the blue team has to offer? You're the best the blue team has to offer?
Good people, we have a winner. All hail the combatant from the blue team. Victor from the blue team, leave the arena now and rest. You've earned it.
Following the blood trail underground leads us to a pleasantly impressed Blade Master.
You left that Nord in pretty rough shape, warrior. They'll probably have to ship her back to Skyrim in pieces. Nice work. Here's your take.
Not leaving, Owen gets the hint.
Look at you. You keep coming back for more. All right, warrior. You ready for a match? Spellcasters. That's what this next one is. A high elf sorceress or something. Just get in close and stab her a few times. That'll teach her.
Sorceress? Perhaps we should look into utilizing a new weapon. And so we return to the arena with a brand new staff from Rindir's selection, ready for a battle of the arcane sword.
Good people of the Imperial City, welcome to the arena. These warriors want nothing more than to please you. And if they fill their opponents with suffering and pain at the same time, all the better.
The female Altma, while seemingly only carrying a silver sword and light raiment, has a wide selection of spells she's itching to cast. The only question being, will our fireball overcome her barrage of icy doom?
Let's get this over with! Show me what you've got! You'll never leave this arena alive!
Good people, we have a winner! All hail the combatant from the blue team! Victor from the blue team, leave the arena now and rest. You've earned it.
With the Nord's charred remains still smoking, Owen thanks.
Another high elf has been taught the meaning of humility thanks to the blue team's #1 warrior. You really earned your keep this time.
We now have our final obstacle between us and Gladiator rank, as Owen guides.
One more match is all you need to advance again, up to Gladiator rank. Most combatants never make it that far, but you're the exception, aren't you? Your next opponent is the most savage, blood-crazed orc I've ever seen. And believe me, I've seen a lot of them. This will not be fun. She'll come out of that gate with a warhammer the size of a child, and she'll swing it until your head explodes. Don't let that happen.
Whoa, sounds nasty. I thought the Great Prince was the most powerful orc in these parts.
Agranak is good, yeah, too good. He says he's only half orc. What I want to know is what's the other half, 'cause it sure ain't human. Get a move on.
chewing on the Blade Master's words as we pass the Grand Champion. We're just glad we don't have to face him in combat this day. Though that spin attack he does gives us an idea. Up in the arena, our orcish enemy awaits.
Good people of the Imperial City, welcome to the arena. This is an important match, for the winner will advance to the esteemed rank of Gladiator. So, without further ado, let the battle begin!
The Crazy Orc, as she's dubbed, wields a child-sized glass warhammer, orcish helm, heavy raiment, and hidden potions of strength and healing. However, crazed, brutish blows are best countered by skill and superior swordsmanship.
You're pathetic. Die, Imperial, die! Show me what you got. You're pathetic. Die, blue team coward! You humans are all the same. Weak and worthless. Die, cur! You're pathetic. I'm just warming up, you pathetic worm. Ha! You'll never take me down. Die, cur! I'm going to bleed you slow. I'm just warming up, you pathetic...
Good people, we have a winner! All hail the combatant from the blue team! Victor from the blue team, leave the arena now and rest. You've earned it.
Owyn, upon seeing us return, can barely contain his glee.
You hit that orc so hard, her mother in Orsinium started bleeding. That victory advances you to the rank of Gladiator. Enjoy the gold.
Becoming a certified gladiator, we find the only other man or mer who is excited for our advancement.
You did it! You made it to Gladiator rank, same as me. Here's to a long, successful career, my friend.
However, the yellow team's champion decidedly is not so impressed.
So it's Gladiator now. Oh, I do long for the day when you can prove your true worth to me in the arena. Until that day comes, you are nothing.
Owyn then gives us our first match as Gladiator.
Gladiator. It's not very often I get to call somebody that. You're doing the blue team proud, kid. Now go kill somebody before I get all weepy. Listen up. This next match is an outrage, but there's nothing I can do about it. You've got 3 opponents this time, and you have to beat them all. They're Argonian prisoners brought here from Black Marsh. They've been told they have to kill you in exchange for their freedom. I don't know what crimes they committed, but it's your life or their freedom. The choice should be pretty clear. Get going, and watch yourself.
Unsure about this purported trio, the Redguard questions.
Hey, something wrong? They're waiting for you up in the arena. The match is all set, my friend. Now get up to that arena and teach those yellow team maggots some manners. Get a move on.
Upstairs in the arena, ready to use any weapon at our disposal, we see as we mount the stairs 3 Argonian convicts staring back at us.
Good people of the Imperial City, welcome to the arena. It looks like the yellow team has pulled a fast one by replacing their combatant with 3 Argonian prisoners. This should be interesting.
One of which sports a short sword, while the other 2 are ready to brawl hand-to-hand without a weapon.
Let's get this over with. Do your worst.
This is the part
You'll
where
never
you
leave
fall
this
down
arena
and bleed to
alive.
death.
This match is mine, weakling. You're pathetic.
You die!
You'll never
Die, Imperial, die!
I fought mud crabs more fearsome than you. Come here. Am I supposed to be impressed? Die, blue team coward. Die, damn you. Take that. Why won't you die?
Good people, we have a winner! All hail the combatant from the blue team! Victor from the blue team, leave the arena now and rest. You've earned it.
Exhausted, after what was clearly an attempt to quell our rise to power, perhaps orchestrated by that yellow team coward of a champion, Owyn admits when seeing us.
The yellow team surprised even me with that match. 3 against 1. I guess they didn't know who they were dealing with, huh? Well done. You ain't gonna stop until you hit champion, are you? Well, good. The blue team needs as much glory as we can get. After that last match, this one should feel like a vacation. One Khajiit in a heavy raiment, probably with a sword. Nothing you can't handle.
Hoping we have a slight reprieve from the onslaught we just faced, we're surprised to see a single Khajiit when we're topside entering the arena.
Good people of the Imperial City, welcome to the arena. You almost have to feel bad for the yellow team's Khajiit, for the blue team's Gladiator is a combatant you know and love. Let's see how they fare.
The Khajiit carries a steel shield, an elven sword plus heavy raiment. Bulky gear for his kind. We then think of the trio that attacked us, and perhaps we could summon our own aid to overwhelm the yellow team Gladiator.
Let's get this over with. This match is...
Good people, we have a winner. All hail the combatant from the blue team. Victor from the blue team, leave the arena now and rest. You've earned it.
Downstairs, the Battlemaster quips.
You showed that cat whose claws are sharper, eh? I would expect no less. Here's your gold. Now go wash up. You look awful.
Probably look awful due to our leg being tucked into a hip socket after a misplaced kick that only the healing basin will remedy. Returning with our leg intact, Owyn dangles advancement above our nose.
What's a gladiator without an arena to fight in? So get up there and start cracking some skulls. Besides, one more fight and you'll advance again. The next one's a Breton. He looks like a bit of a dandy, but he's deadly with a blade. He has more experience than you, so be prepared.
Show me a Breton who doesn't look like a dandy, and I'll show you a liar, we think, as we head into the arena for a good old-fashioned high-rock cock-knocking.
Good people of the Imperial City, welcome to the arena. You've prayed for it, and these combatants have bled for it. A high-stakes advancement match. Let's see who has what it takes to be your new hero.
With an elven longsword and heavy raiment, the Breton doesn't deign to carry potions, as if he can evade our axe and be done with us before we can land a single blow. Unfortunately, this dandy may have gotten ahead of himself.
I've fought mud crabs more fearsome than you. Grab! Die, cur! Ah, you'll never take me down. Die!
Good people, we have a winner. All hail the combatant from the blue team. Victor from the blue team, leave the arena now and rest. You've earned it.
Heading back to Owyn, the last time as Gladiator, he remarks.
By defeating that Breton, you've secured your advancement. It's been a long time since I've said this, but congratulations, hero.
As per usual, our blue team Gladiator friend congratulates.
Well met. I saw your match against the Breton. You're a hero now. I'm still in training, but I'll get there too. Anyway, congratulations.
The yellow team trollop, clearly miffed she couldn't halt our ascension, threatens.
So it's hero now, is it? I suppose the little urchin wants to be a champion. Bah! You will never join our ranks. We are gods among mortals. Know this, if you truly wish to become a champion, you'll have to go through me. If we meet in that arena, I'll make you beg for death.
She seems nervous. Perhaps she knows it's not a good idea for her to show her face against us, as it's now personal. Ready for our next match, Owyn surprisingly informs.
You're about to face off against the best the yellow team has to offer. Azura knows you're the best the blue team's got. The first yellow team hero you'll face is an Imperial in heavy raiment. He fights with an Akaviri longsword. Thing is, this guy used to be a blade. You know those guys who protect the Emperor? He's a trained swordsman, so keep your damn head down.
The Blades? The ones who fought beside and yet ultimately failed to save the Emperor? Still, this seems beneath one of their standing. Regardless, we now unveil our own katana, Goldbrand, we'd acquired in the service of a certain Daedra, and Orcish shield to boot. As twilight falls on the arena, the announcer commences.
Good people of the Imperial City, welcome, behold, to the two heroes meet in the fighting pit for an epic battle worthy of song. Combatants, begin!
As promised, out lunges an Imperial decked in heavy raiment and Akaviri helm, sword and shield, though if he's just playing the part, we shall soon find out.
Good people, we have a winner! All hail the combatant from the blue team! Victor from the blue team, leave the arena now and rest. You earned it.
Despite the comedic ragdolling, Owyn maintains.
Defeating an arena hero is one thing, but defeating a former member of the Blades? You must be blessed by the divines or something, my friend. You're a hero, my friend. That crowd is out there for one reason, to see you destroy the yellow team. Now go give them what they want. Okay, hero. This next opponent is a high elf wizard, a master in the school of destruction. But wait, it gets worse. He also uses an enchanted shield called the Grey Aegis, which gives him some serious magic resistances. Your best bet is to just charge straight in. Press the attack, and don't give him a chance to let off a spell. I don't want to have to sweep your ashes out of the arena.
Topside, we then hear.
Good people of the Imperial City, welcome to the arena. Put your hands and your voices together for the two brave heroes who have come to rock the very foundations of this arena. Lower the gates!
Owyn's intel, it seems, is invaluable and spot on, as the High Elf holds a silver short sword, light raiment, and the Grey Aegis, giving him 100% magical immunity, plus he leverages fire spells, we hear. So, if magic is off the table, instead of stabbing him before he can burn us, why not just shoot first and ask questions later?
Well, well, look who we've got here. Die, blue team coward! This match is mine, weakling! Am I Come here! Ha! You'll never take me down!
Good people, we have a winner! All hail the combatant from the blue team! Victor from the blue team, leave the arena now and rest. You earned it.
Seeing our proud old Blade Master again, he sentimentally admits.
I'll be honest, hero. With the kinds of victories you've been having, I knew that elf didn't stand a chance. Here's your gold. You're at the end of a long road, hero. This is the last time you'll face off against the yellow team before being named champion. Go up to that arena and make sure the people of Cyrodiil never forget that it was you who brought the yellow team to its knees. All right, this is it. Your last fight against the yellow team. I guess you could say they saved the best for last. The 3 best, actually. You're up against a swordsman, an archer, and a spellcaster. 2 lower-level combatants, plus that yellow team champion you've seen down here. You beat all 3 and you get named champion. I know you can do this. Now get up there and show everyone why you're the best. Oh, wait, there's one more thing. I sent Porkchop the Boar up to the arena to help you out. He'll at least keep one of them distracted. Now, good luck.
Does that mean that scaly Nord champion has crawled out from the sewers over yonder to face me one-on-one?
The match is all set, my friend. Now get up to that arena and teach those yellow team maggots some manners. Get a move on.
Grateful for Porkchop's help. We see the swine being the yellow team champion and her goons as we enter the arena. Hopefully, as the last time before we become champion ourselves.
Good people of the Imperial City, welcome to the arena. I give you the Blue Team's hero. Can this brave combatant defeat 3 opponents and become the next champion? Let's find out!
We then see, somewhat amusingly, the Nordis decided not to show her face and hide behind a previously unseen Daedric helm, glass sword, and Daedric shield, as well as heavy armor, which her light raiment Dunmer flunkies do not share. Ready to use every trick in our book to our advantage, including spells, arrows, weapons, even claw their eyes out if we have to. Our brawl begins.
Let's get this over with.
This match is mine, weakling!
Whoa. Let's get this over with! Die, Blue Team coward!
This ends here! Come here! Why won't you die?
By Shinji, we have a new champion! All hail the Blue Team! Victorious champion, return to the Bloodworks now and see the Blade Master. Well done!
Saddened, we're forced to put the rabid Porkchop on ice. The Nord's surprised face, as her head was separated from her shoulders, will sustain us for quite some time. An overjoyed Owyn then celebrates the rise of the latest Blue Team champion.
You did it! You beat him, every last one! Do you know how long it will take for the yellow team to recover from this? My friend, it is with great honor that I advance you to the rank of champion. You've done it. You've shown them all you're the best. Well, almost the best. You're done competing in normal arena matches, but there's still the grand champion. Kid, you've got more guts and skill. I think you can take the Great Prince. Go over and talk to Isabel if you think I'm right.
Stunned at our new title, if we return to Owyn, he questions.
Hello, my friend. What can this grizzled old blade master do for you?
I was actually ready for a match. You know, to get the lead out before the big one.
Ready? Ready for what? You're a champion now. The Grand Championship is the only thing left.
Bittersweet, we realize this is the end of our journey with the Blade Master. Post our meteoric rise to the rank of champion, a new buzz hangs in the air for Imperial citizens invested in the arena matches.
I heard there's a new arena champion. Sure, it takes a lot of skill to make it that far, but they'd be crazy to challenge the Grey Prince.
Stop talking already!
Directed to Isabel to challenge Agranak Romalog for the title of Grand Champion, the Battle Matron quickly divines.
You're that new champion, right? I guess I know why you're here. But let me tell you, you're making a big mistake. The Grey Prince is the best fighter the arena has ever seen. He can't be beaten, not by you. But hey, it's your right. If you want to challenge Agranac, go right ahead. He lives down here in the Bloodworks. Do that. Come talk to me again and I'll arrange your match. Well, what are you waiting for? Get!
As we make our way to the Grey Prince, we stop by our old friend, the blue team Gladiator, who beams with pride.
By Shinji, you did it! You beat them all! You're a champion! My friend, you have brought honor to the blue team in ways I can't even describe. Farewell, my friend. May your blade always strike true. And first.
Cautiously, we make our way to the Grey Prince, seeing he's practicing a variety of deadly and foreign moves. Seeing the glint in our eye, he guesses.
Ah, so you've returned. Come at last to challenge me for my Grand Champion title?
We can then respond, yes, I wish to challenge you.
As I expected, I accept your challenge. Speak to Isabel and let her know when you're ready, and I shall make for the arena. Shinji be with us both.
The half-orc would then resume slashing at the training target, and if we interrupt him, would simply state,
Sorry, friend, but we've got nothing more to talk about. If you're ready to fight, talk to Isabel and she'll arrange the match.
However, this would end our ability to complete Agranac's side quest, so instead we say, No, actually, I don't want to challenge you just yet.
You don't? Oh, well, all right, I'm sorry. It's just that I fully expected a challenge. It is your right. If you change your mind, I'll be ready.
Instead, pursuing his quest, we ask for a refresher on why he is titled the Grey Prince.
Yes, it's what everyone calls me. I guess I'm partly to blame. I have never made it a secret that I'm actually only half orc. I am a lord's son, yet I've been denied the noble privilege to which I'm entitled. So I have become the Grey Prince, noble in my own right. Still, if I could prove who I really am and show the world that an orc can be noble in blood as well as deed, maybe, yes, you could help me.
With timing in his favor, we respond. I've been thinking, Agranac. I may be able to help you out. Tell me more.
I grew up here in the Imperial City, but I was born elsewhere. My mother was a servant in the employ of Lord Leviticus and resided at his fortress. Lady Leviticus was a shrew of a woman. The Lord and my mother grew close and ultimately fell in love. I was the result of their union. When the lady learned of my birth, she was furious and threatened to kill both my mother and me. So we fled, leaving my claim to nobility behind.
Comically and rather rudely, we can snap. Oh, cut to the chase, Gromalog.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to ramble. Go to Crowhaven, to the west. Take this key. It unlocks something that holds proof of my birth.
Otherwise, we respond with a more restrained. Please, go on.
My mother died recently. Before she passed, she gave me this key and told me it would unlock the truth at the place of my birth, Crowhaven. Crowhaven is a ruined fort far to the west of here. I'd go myself, but my training regimen doesn't allow for the luxury of such an excursion. My friend, you must travel to Crowhaven and use the key to unlock whatever it is that holds the proof of my birthright. Find this proof and return it to me, and I'll share with you some of my finest combat techniques. Trust me, you can't learn these moves in a book.
The quest, Origin of the Grey Prince, has now begun, and we wouldn't mind learning said moves if we want a chance at defeating said prince. If we speak to the champ again, he urgently questions.
You've returned. So, have you been to Crowhaven? Have you... Oh, I see. You have not yet recovered any proof of my birth. Please, friend, make haste. This waiting about is torture. I know in my heart who I am, but with evidence I can prove my claim to all of Tamriel. Oh, but wait, I'm sorry. I'm being selfish. You're a champion, and have the right to challenge me for my Grand Champion title. Is that your wish?
Impressed that the orc nor the game actually forces you to complete his quest, we can challenge him right now, and he dejectedly accepts.
Oh? Oh, well, all right then. I was hoping you'd complete your journey to Crowhaven first, but it is your right to challenge me. I accept the challenge, of course. Speak with Isabel. Tell her you're ready. Then we'll meet in the arena and prove our mettle as warriors.
Otherwise, set on tracking down proof of the prince's lineage, we say. No, I don't want to challenge you. At least until we figure out what the non-orc half of you is, old boy. Sit tight.
You don't? Oh, well, good. Very good indeed. Maybe after you've helped me out, eh? So please, make haste to Crowhaven. This waiting is unbearable.
Leaving the Great Prince to resume his training. We exit the Bloodworks and head west along the Gold Road to Anvil. Writing in our journal, Agrenac Gromalog, the Imperial Arena Grand Champion, has sent me on a quest to find proof of his noble birthright. I must journey now to the west, to a place called Crowhaven, and begin my search. Gromalog has provided me with a key I will surely need, but as the sun sets, we find nestled atop a hill overlooking the city of Anvil lies the dilapidated ruins of Crowhaven. However, we soon learn we're not alone, as skeletons linger, guarding the entrance to the tower. Contending with the foul foes, our path to the fortress via its old wooden double doors is now clear. Once inside, our quest ominously updates. I've entered Crowhaven. Somewhere inside I will unlock the truth that Agrenac Gromalog is searching for. I should be cautious, however. The fort has long since lost its noble trappings, and the presence of evil is unmistakable. Inside the dank dwelling, there are no signs of life, bar a slew of creatures infesting the ruin. Deeper in the rocky catacombs, we find signs the dead interred have been disturbed, or worse. To the southeast, we find a strangely illuminated door beckoning us to explore its forbidden contents, and find, to our surprise, it opens with a strain thanks to Agrenac's mysterious key. Tepidly, we enter and see a wing covered in stones and draped with spiderwebs that is somehow well lit, and we see a musty malaise hangs heavy above the ground. Heading down the corridor, we see what looks like a living area to the southeast. Sure, we're mistaken. We head down the stairs into the morose mist, peering into the unmistakable living quarters above, and feel the presence of a silent figure looming. Sure, we're not alone. We look back and see nothing. Rounding the stairs, we then find a small study to our left, and atop a desk, a love letter that reads, I was heartbroken when you rejected me. Tell me what I can do to win your heart. I will slay trolls, walk through thorns, fast for a week. Please, don't shut me out of your life. I love you more than a flower needs sunshine. Your penitent lover. I wonder if this is a letter from the old honey dripper Lord Leviticus to Agrenac's mother. A noble gesture, but far too generic to be counted towards proof of Agrenac's noble birthright. To the right, we find a hard-locked jewellery box with a potion of chameleon and a gold sapphire ring, and begin to wonder if we will find any real evidence at all bar petty jewellery. More importantly, why has Lord Leviticus allowed his ancestral home to fall into such squalor and disrepair? As we move into the main area, we see movement, and before we can react, a mysterious and deadly figure is upon us.
So hungry. Food!
Casting a charm spell, We try and reason with our deranged attacker, but he lucidly rambles only for a moment.
Sweet release. After all these years, these decades, I am finally free. And you, so fresh. I must feed. So hungry. So I have not eaten in decades. You will be my feast. Food. No! Ah! No! Food.
In utter disbelief, we realize we have slain what has become of Lord Leviticus, and as we search his meager belongings, we see vampire dust emanate from his corpse, confirming he was indeed a wretched vampire, no less. Against the northern wall, we continue searching for now grim evidence of Agnarak's lineage, but find random valuables. It's only as we see to the left of the chest, the journal of Lord Leviticus, does the whole sordid mess become clear as it divulges.
Journal of the Lord Leviticus, entry 1, beauty, pure, and sublime. That is the only way to accurately describe my love, the maiden Gromelog. True, the orcs of Tamriel are often vilified by the other citizens of the Empire, and rarely would they be considered a pleasure to look upon. So, is my maiden Luktuf a rare breed of orc, unlike the rest of her kin in physical appearance? Nay. In fact, she is the perfect representative of her race, green skin, muscular frame and all. But beautiful she is, all the same. For who am I to judge? Who am I to criticize when so many would condemn my very existence? I can only hope my love is as understanding when she learns of my unique condition, for I have yet to reveal that most precious of secrets. Entry 2. Damn the politics of my station. Taxation and trade negotiations and meetings with disingenuous aristocrats. It's sometimes enough to make me regret my birthright altogether. I've spent the latter half of my life hiding my identity, guarding my secret. But now I am faced with an even greater challenge, for if word were to get out that I have fallen in love with a servant, and an orc no less, I would be all but ruined. Such is the life of the Cyrodiilic nobleman. Entry 3. Curse me for a coward, but I have not yet found the strength to tell my beloved Luktuf the truth. Perhaps it's for the best, for what benefit is there in her knowing? She would share all of my fears, but none of my abilities. Her life would become one of doubt and uncertainty. Still, if she is to spend her remaining mortal days with me, she has the right to know the truth. Entry 4. Joy and exaltation. She is with child. My beloved Luktuf is carrying my child. The midwives predict a boy, and we have already settled on the name Agranak. In truth, I never realized such miracles were even possible, but the divines have granted us their blessing, and so shall it be. I must wonder, of course, if my dear child will share in my dark gift. Only time will tell. Entry 5. Tonight the truth will be revealed. I will tell my beloved Luktuf everything. She will know who and what I am, and we will decide how best to raise the precious child that grows in her womb. Entry 6. Betrayal. Foul and loathsome harlot. How dare Luktuf question my motives, question the love I have for my own unborn child. When she learned the truth that I, the Lord Leviticus, am no longer human, that I have walked Tamriel as a vampire for the past 200 years, how quickly she judged me. So I am a monster, am I? Perhaps I should have proven her right. Perhaps I should have drained her dry when I had the chance. But I loved her as deeply as a man has ever loved a woman, and I wanted nothing more than to bring our baby into this world and embrace my new role as father. Perhaps when Luktov has come to her senses, for she refuses to come out of her room, we can have rational discourse about our future. I do not, however, retain much hope. Entry 7. Imprisoned. Imprisoned in my own home. While I slept, Luktov locked me in my own private chambers. She called to me through the doors, told me of her plan to escape with our unborn child. She means to keep my baby from me. When I get free, I will find the traitorous whore and rip the child from her very womb. Entry 8. 2 weeks. 2 weeks have passed since Luktov locked me in my quarters. Try as I might, I cannot free myself. I cannot breach the doors. If I don't feed soon, I feel I will go mad. Entry 9. Food. Blood. 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 Blood, I need it. I need blood. Need blood. Entry 10.
Departing the desolate fort with Lord Leviticus's journal in hand, we note in our quest log. I've discovered the journal of Lord Leviticus. It does indeed contain information about Agranak Gromalog's birth, but proves he was the spawn of a vampire. Agranak won't be happy to hear this, but it is the proof he wanted. I must take the journal to him at the Imperial City Arena Bloodworks. Back inside the Bloodworks, interrupting Agnarach's training with the tragic truth of his paternal origin, a prematurely elated Agranach celebrates.
You've returned. So, have you been to Crowhaven? Have you... What's this? The Journal of Lord Leviticus? My friend, you've done it! This is wonderful news. The words of Lord Leviticus himself. Perfect. I believe I owe you something, eh? Here, let me show you these moves. Step like this. Now strike. All right, now parry. That's it. There you are, some of the best combat moves you'll ever learn. You'll need them if you want to last more than 5 seconds against me in the arena. Now, let's see what this journal says. Interesting. But, Wait, can this be? But, by Shinji, I'm the son of a vampire. I'm no gray prince. I'm the spawn of evil. I thought my father was a nobleman, not some blood-sucking monster. I can't... all a lie. A lie.
Although our journal updates, I've given the journal of Lord Leviticus to Agranak Gromalog. In return for my assistance, he has shared some of his combat knowledge. We then receive the Grey Prince's training, permanently adding +3 to our blade, block, and athletics as our reward. A devastated Agranak then shares.
The journal, my father's journal. It says I'm part vampire. I thought my father was a nobleman, not some blood-sucking monster. My whole life has been nothing but a lie. I'm no grey prince. I'm a vile, wretched spawn of evil. Please leave me. I can't... Oh, but I see. You're a champion. You want my Grand Champion title, is that it? Well, please challenge me. In the arena, I can end my misery.
Worse yet, after the unsavoury news has been shared with the Grey Prince, the rumour mill somehow begins to churn around Cyrodiil, interestingly, only by Imperials in regards to his noisome heritage.
Have you heard about Agranak Gromalog? It turns out he's not a noble at all. He's really the son of a vampire. It's almost too horrible to believe.
The Grey Prince is nothing but a fake. Haven't you heard? His father was a vampire. He's no orc. He's a monster. Someone should put him down.
With everything that has transpired, we then respond to the orc. No, Agranak, you're in no shape to fight. I don't wish to challenge you. I'm sorry. I truly am.
You don't? Oh. Well, I can only hope you'll change your mind. In the arena, yes. In the arena, anything could happen. Anything.
Otherwise, grimly agreeing to the persistent half-orc, half-vampire. Yes, Agnarak, I'll challenge you. If that's what you truly wish.
Yes. I accept your challenge. Go. Go speak with Isabel. Tell her you're ready. Then we'll meet in the arena. Yes, that will do.
After which, a devastated Great Prince will only respond when approached.
Are you ready to fight? Go talk to Isabel. Let her know. Then we'll meet in the arena. And it will all be over.
With all roads leading to our fight with Agranak, we seek out and apprise Isabel. With this possibly being our final conversation ever, we learn more from Isabel, starting with her role as battle matron.
So you've actually challenged the Grey Prince. Do you really know what you've gotten yourself into? Agranak Gromalog is the best fighter ever to step into an arena. He can't be beaten, not by you. But if you want to fight him, that's your right. Well, you know the drill. You let me know when you're ready for a match, and Agranak will head up to the arena and prepare for your arrival. Just make sure you understand our rules of competition for this match. Fighting the Grand Champion, well, the rules are a bit different.
What's the difference between you and Owyn, then?
The Battle Matron serves as the Grand Champion's trainer and manager, among other things. Plus, I get to keep Owyn in line. Works for me. Owyn likes to think he's the boss. But without me, this place would fall apart. Who orders the ointment? Who mops up the blood? Me.
Right. I guess there's nothing to do but learn the rules of the competition.
Okay, listen up. There are no disqualifications in a Grand Champion match. That means you can wear whatever armor you damn well please. Agranak will be wearing his raiment of valor, and he's probably got it heavily enchanted, so feel free to do the same to any armor you have. Now, as you know, in any standard arena match, you're forbidden from looting the corpse of a fallen opponent. Well, this ain't any standard match. In the event that you beat the Grey Prince, you're to remove his armor and present it to me. Then you'll get your own raiment of valor.
Fair enough. I guess I'm ready for the match.
So you're ready to fight the Grey Prince, are you? Well, you can't go out there without a name. You know, an arena name. Something catchy. Something the people of Cyrodiil will remember when they tell stories about your inglorious defeat. So what's it gonna be?
We then have 10 general name options and 2 unique options for each gender. However, the dialogue after picking is generic, so I thought I would play each as Isabel remarks.
The Black Arrow, huh? I like it.
Behold the Butcher!
The Crimson Blade, huh? I like it. The Divine Avenger, huh? I like it. Dragonheart, huh? I like it. The Messenger of Death, huh? I like it. Shadowstep, huh? I like it. Skull Crusher, huh? I like it. The Spellslinger, huh? I like it. The Iron Maiden, huh? I like it. Lady Luck, huh? I like it. Man o' War, huh? I like it. Sir Slaughter, huh? I like it. The Tamriel Terror, huh? I like it. Yeah, that'll do nicely. All right, it's time to see if you're crazy good or just plain crazy. The Grey Prince is headed up to the arena as we speak. Go up there and meet him, one champion to the next. May the Divines have mercy on your soul.
The Divines have mercy on my soul? I don't know if I'm ready, or Agnarak is for that matter. He seems shattered by the news of his heritage.
You damn well better be ready. You've got an arena full of people and the Grand Champion himself waiting for you. Now get up there and fight.
With our sympathetic pleas falling on deaf ears, we speak to Owyn a final time and he greets.
Hello, my friend. What can this grizzled old blade master do for you?
Did you hear? I'm ready to fight the Great Prince.
Ready? Ready for what? You're a champion now. The Grand Championship is the only thing left. Get a move on.
Making our way to the arena in our familiar iron armor as the rules allow. The announcer, more bombastic than ever, introduces.
Good people of Cyrodiil, welcome to the Imperial City Arena! Believe it or not, someone has actually challenged the unbeatable Arena Grand Champion! But who, you might ask, could possibly be brave enough to face such a fearless foe? Who could wrest the title from our famed Grey Prince? Good people, I give you the blue team's latest champion, a warrior of skill, strength, and determination. Behold the Tamriel Terror!
We also have the option to hear him belt out introductions for each moniker of our choice.
Behold the Black Arrow! Behold the Butcher! Behold the Crimson Blade! Behold the Divine Avenger! Behold Dragonheart! Behold the Messenger of Death! Behold Shadow Step! Behold Skull Crusher! Behold the Spell Slinger! Behold the Iron Maiden! Behold Lady Luck! Behold Man o' War! Behold Sir Slaughter! Lords and ladies, citizens of the Empire, I give you the battle of the ages. Combatants, steel yourselves. Lower the gates.
As with other heroes, we see Agnarak carries a leveled longsword and shield, which, at level 31, are both Daedric, and he wears his own heavily enchanted raiment, although the orc is rightly devastated after we finish his Origins quest. If we had instead agreed to fight him early, and he never learnt he was born of a vampire, he would show just how devastating and ferocious a combatant he could be.
Combatants, steel yourselves. Lower the gates.
You humans are all the same, weak and worthless. Hello, my friend.
Otherwise, after learning of his parentage, the fight would be very different. As the Grand Champion rushes us, this time he takes a pseudo-swing with his sword and stands his ground, and we quickly discern he wouldn't make such a clumsy mistake. And although he stands firm, he doesn't move, and we urge, "Come on, fight Agnarak, don't bother holding back. There's no walking away for both of us." Instead, he surprisingly responds,
"Please, just kill me. Can't you see? It's what I want. I can't live like this, knowing I'm something filthy, something evil. Kill me."
With little recourse, we hesitantly begin to hack at our former blue team compatriot.
Ah! Again! What are you waiting for? Kill me. Ah! Yes! Strike me down! Again! Hit me again! Do it! End my misery! Why won't you die? Do it! Ah! Yes! Again! Hit me again! I am nothing but a vile spawn of evil. Kill me! Do it! End my misery!
And just like his father, we plunge our sword through his still-beating heart.
Good people!
Again!
You have just witnessed the impossible! Agranak Malad has been defeated! I say again, the Grey Prince has been defeated! Behold, the new hero of the people of Cyrodiil! Behold, your arena grand champion, the Tamriel Terror! Esteemed grand champion, you may leave the arena now. See the Blade Master to receive your winnings and be awarded your raiment of valor.
Scooping up the fallen champion's raiment, We also take his Daedric sword and shield, plus paltry 24 gold of walking around money, forced to leave the poor prince's corpse bloodied and naked, his lifeblood bleeding down into the grating below to perhaps feed the vampires who linger beneath the Bloodworks. We cannot help but lament how noble in nature he was, despite his scandalous origins. Back in the Bloodworks, we pass Agranac's now empty training board and make our way to the battle matron Isabel, who amazes.
Stop talking already!
By the love of Shinji, you did it! You beat the Grey Prince! This is unbelievable! That makes you the best fighter the arena has ever seen! You've got Agranac's Raiment of Valor. Good! Give it to me! All right, now I give you your own. By Shinji, I'm shaking! This is amazing! Okay, Do you want a heavy Raiment of Valor or a light Raiment of Valor? Your choice. Right, okay. It is with great honor that I present to you this gold and the esteemed Raiment of Valor and name you the new Arena Grand Champion. You've done it! The Grey Prince was a great orc, rest his soul and all that, but you beat him! Now go, take some time to rest. When you're feeling up to it, come talk to me again and we'll discuss your future.
With raiment in hand, our quest updates. I have defeated the Grey Prince and have been named the new Arena Grand Champion. Isabel Andronicus told me to return to her after I'd gotten some rest so we can discuss my future. The future in question is to battle various creatures once a week in a sort of infinite loop depending on our level, as the questline technically has no end. The money, however, is pretty decent if the matches weren't decidedly repetitive.
There's the new Arena Grand Champion. By Shinji, you look good in that raiment. The way it accentuates your physique. Spectacular. Now listen, I bet you're wondering what's next, huh? Where does a Grand Champion go from here? Well, I've been thinking. Why not spice things up a bit, give the people of Cyrodiil what they really want? We revise the rules of competition, offer a new kind of match. I'm talking weekly shows, fights pitting you against... Are you ready for this? Monsters! And maybe even some wild animals. Sounds great, doesn't it? I've had some people out collecting your new combatants. The wilderness is full of them. Let me know when you're ready for a match and it's showtime.
Checking out the raiments of Valor, like the arena raiments, the heavy armour of Valor bears the same fortifications as the light armour and bears an iron look versus leather. However, the trade-up is the heavy raiment is 72 pounds heavy, imparting 20 defence, versus the light raiment's decidedly more reasonable 13 pounds of weight for 15 defence. Seeing Owyn in our new raiment, he questions.
Hello, my friend. What can this grizzled old blade master do for you?
What if I said I was ready for a match?
Ready? Ready for what? You're Grand Champion. You've already won it all. The whole damn thing. Get a move on.
As we leave the Bloodworks, we bump into our old friend, the Blue Team Gladiator, who is more sullen than expected.
You killed Agranac. The Grey Prince is dead. He was my friend, my mentor. Congratulations, Grand Champion. Hope it was worth it.
Perhaps he is the only man in Cyrodiil who sees Agranac's demise for the travesty it was. Outside of the Bloodworks, however, rumours begin to swirl of the Grey Prince's defeat.
I can't believe it. The Grey Prince has been beaten. There's a new Arena Grand Champion now, someone called the Tamriel Terror.
Interestingly, the arena announcer, who doesn't appear in the vanilla game, seems to have originally meant to have appeared at some time, as although he's just a shell of an NPC, his voice actor, Wes Johnson, who recorded his lines, was originally the announcer's inspiration in real life, as Fun fact, Bethesda took his mannerisms when announcing the fights based on Wes's own mannerisms when announcing Washington Capitol hockey games, which he still does to this day. The line that he recorded about the Great Prince was originally,
You know, I saw your fight against the Grey Prince. Nobody thought that orc could be beat, but you showed them all.
Outside of the arena, we barely take 10 steps before bumping into what apparently is our biggest fan.
Wow, you're the Grand Champion. I saw your fight against the Grey Prince. You're the best. Can I follow you around? I won't get in the way.
If we respond, beat it, kid. I don't need a fan. He dejectedly accepts.
Aw, gee. You sure? Okay, well, I'll be hanging around the arena grounds if you need someone to worship the ground you walk on. Bye.
True to his word, the flame-haired, adoring fan loiters in the northwestern side of the arena until we return to question.
Yes! Oh, great and mighty Grand Champion! Is there something you need? Can I carry your weapon? Shine your boots? Back rub, perhaps?
In need of someone to shine our boots, rub our back, and boost our ego, we respond, follow your esteemed Grand Champion.
Golly, you're the best! I'm going to follow you and watch you and worship the ground you walk on. Let's go!
Now reaching the unimaginable heights of Grand Champion in the arena, there's only one bloody task left for us to achieve immortality in the eyes of Cyrodiil's citizens.
By Azura, by Azura, by Azura! It's the Grand Champion! I can't believe it's you standing here next to me. Ha!